Hi, I'm Red. You're watching Power Garage. Picked up a new project. We're going to call it the eBay EM2. My Civic and Tim's Civic, they're nice builds. A lot of high-end parts, real expensive stuff. Not everybody wants to build a car like that. So we're going to put a lot of cheap eBay parts on this, reach the limits of those parts, and then upgrade to some name brand parts. So we picked up this car for $600, 2003 Civic EX Coupe with 315,000 miles. But we got it from the original owner, so it was taken care of. But check this out. Come over here, Tim. It's got a little bit of body damage right here. We're going to address that maybe in a later video. Do a little bit of Bondo and some spray paint. But otherwise, I mean, the car is pretty clean. Black on black. Interior's not too bad. It could use a little cleaning. So yeah, when I got the car, I had to put a new mirror. That thing was broken. I had to fix the core support. Check it out, Tim. Yeah, the core support was all messed up, so I cut a little piece out just to make it safe so I could drive it around. Already steam cleaned the engine. It's looking good. Past smog, no problem. Yeah, it's a good little car, but the clutch is slipping very badly. So that's what we're going to do today. And we're going to do one of my favorite upgrades on this generation Civic. We're going to get rid of this stupid hydraulic power steering. Don't like it. I don't think it's safe. You know, just get rid of it and pick up another 7 horsepower. So give me a minute. I'm going to park this thing. We're going to get to it. So yeah, we're going to get started on this. I have a pretty good routine for pulling these transmissions. I've done a lot of clutches on these cars. So Tim, if you want to come over here. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Usually I start from the top and work my way down. So, I mean, just going to have to do the clutch slave, the starter, the shifter cable and brackets, the couple sensors we have. Then I'm going to take the wheels off, pull the control arms out, take the axles out. Then I'm going to go to the bottom, pull the subframe. Once the subframe's out, then I can put a jack under the motor to support it, and then pull the train. So it's really not that difficult. You just gotta work methodically, and if you don't go back and forth a lot, it shouldn't take too long. So yeah, we're gonna go at it. Here. I got a little trick to getting this sway bar off because it's just a little ball in there and it'll just keep spinning if there's any amount of corrosion. So I take my wrench and I break this loose, and then there we go. Take a 5mm Allen socket, put it on your ratchet, make sure it's going forward. Then while you have the wrench on there, stick the Allen Super easy. And you didn't mess it up. So now you can reuse it. This thing, go. So, got to pull this axle, and then subframe, and then the tranny's coming out.
Hey Red, what are we doing down here, man?
Dropping the subframe. See, I had to undo the exhaust because it goes under the subframe. I took the axle, some motor mount bolts, took the shield for the clutch, or the flywheel, I mean. Took the motor mount bolts, so I already pulled the back subframe bolts out. So now I just gotta do the front. Big bolts. And watch out, Tim, it's gonna, don't let it fall on your foot. Now the subframe is out, and I just gotta take last couple bolts off of the transmission, and then disconnect the motor mount, and then we can just pop it out. Yeah, here. Let me grab the jack. I wanna move the motor around because we're gonna also do the electric power steering, and this rack is like tucked up way back here, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to mess with it a little bit to get it out. So, motor's gonna be held up. Here's my gun. Okay. Just in time for the money shot. This car is like very clean. I'm surprised. Surprised for the mileage. There's one. There's two. I already took two off. One on the bottom and one in the back. So I think we got. Yeah, I think we got one more. There we go. What do you think, Tim? Not too hard? Ooh, you see that? The motor dropped a little bit.
How many clutches do you think this thing's had?
You know, honestly, here, give that a little pump, dude.
Say when.
Okay. A little bit more. Okay. Honestly, I think this thing is, I don't think the clutch has ever been changed, which is ridiculous. I've never seen a Honda go that far on a factory clutch. Just crazy. But then again, I work on a lot of RSXs, and RSX is kind of like a high performance car. And I mean, those guys would be lucky to get 100K. Okay. I don't know, you think I can manhandle this thing?
You usually do. Right there.
Go. Oh!
What's that?
That's why it has new fluid. It was rebuilt by Gear Speed. That's tight. We just came up.
What?
Here.
Nice. Let's pull this thing out.
Yeah. Let's actually take a look at it. Look at that.
Gear Speed.
Yeah, so Gear Speed, they're actually H&A transmissions, and they do all the factory rebuilds for all the Honda and Acura automatic transmissions. And I tried to take that off. So yeah, this rebuilt transmission costs more than what we spent on the car, but I don't know. I don't know how long ago this was done, so couldn't say.
There's a lot of dirt and grime on there, so it could be a little bit. Probably when they changed that transmission clutch originally.
Yeah. No, but the transmission has been out for sure. because this is not a factory thing. Dude, we got clutch dust galore.
See some of that beauty stuff.
Oh, that's nasty. Yeah, don't spill this on the floor, because that's like itchy. Super itchy. Dude, it's already something on the ground.
Let me see some of this. So we got this
Yeah.
out.
Well, here, let me put this down. I'm gonna. Well, you know what? Considering that the clutch is completely done, and this transmission, well, I would have thought they spent all that money on this rebuilt transmission that they would have, what is it called? That they would have replaced the clutch at the same time, but you know, it's not good to make an assumption. Maybe they just were having a problem with the semi and they swapped it and called it a day. Give me a second here. Get this clutch off real quick. Find my tank.
You know, when I first purchased this transmission, the synchros are really nice and smooth when I was driving it. Just the clutch was really high up. So
When you purchased this car?
yeah.
Ooh, wrong way. Okay, last one. Let me get my pry bar.
I think you need to tap.
No, I just need to pull on it a little bit. No, I mean it has centering dowel pins for a reason. It's supposed to keep it.
There you go.
Ooh, look at that. That is gone.
Wow.
You're supposed to see little notches in there. Yeah, this thing is toasted. So, now I gotta pull the flywheel off. And we're gonna go take it to the clutch shop and have them resurface it. Okay. We go. Okay. So yeah, this thing is a little nasty. So I'm just gonna take this, get it resurfaced, and throw it back on. So see you guys in a minute. All right. So one of the things we're gonna do while the tranny's out and it's easy. The control arm bushing, call them compliance bushings, whatever. Very common for them to wear out. They're pretty cheap. The only problem is you have to press them. So I actually bought a special tool and it fits right on the bushing perfectly and it presses it out. So let's get this thing going. So I'm gonna mark this so that I can align it properly when I take it off. And then, yeah. Just use my press right here, get it going. Gotta be careful, presses are dangerous, but I've been doing this for a long time. Oops. So a little socket. Gotta line this up. Okay. Ooh. Gotta move my monster. I don't want it to fall over. Mmm. Delicious. Okay. This might be a little loud on my pop. There we go. Oh no. Super easy. Sometimes they're really in there and then they pop. Ooh, there we go.
Like that?
A little bit. No, like, sometimes they're way more violent than that. Okay. So, now that I got this thing out, see, I lined it up with the arrow. So, now, put this one back on here. See, the arrow right here, it lines up with that. Gotta make sure I line this up really good. Tim, here, grab me the socket that's on my impact real quick. Let me use this one. Yeah, press is a little bit tricky. Just gotta make sure you get everything lined up. Let's see. Nope.
I think it's off a little bit.
I know. Once it starts going, it'll. Nope. Once it starts going correctly, it'll align itself.
Oh, there you go, straightening out.
No, it's not straightening out.
Whoa. A little bit.
Yeah. It's kind of a pain sometimes. Yeah, oh well. There we go. There we go. Easy peasy.
Let me see that.
See, now we got a brand new bushing ready to go. Pretty cheap. If you got the tools, $9. Okay, I'm gonna do the other side and then move on to the power steering.
Hey, what's up?
All right, so I did the control line bushings. Let's start with the power steering because it'll be a lot easier to get this thing out with no tranny. So I'm gonna start by disconnecting the coupler. The coupler right here, it connects the steering column to the power steering rack. So otherwise you'll never get it out. And then all you gotta do is just pull. There you go. Oh, that's fine, I'll put it back. Just make sure you don't move the steering wheel around too much because you mess up the clock spring and you'll get an SRS light. So, okay, let's go in the engine bay and start pulling that rack. My favorite part, this pump is going bye-bye. So, I'm not sure about the D17s, but I know that people have dyno-proven results from K-Series that gets them 7 horsepower. So, if that's anywhere close to that, that's actually pretty good for a for a motor like this. Come on. There we go. Just gotta disconnect this pump. I need to grab my wrench. Okay. Pretty easy, just got two bolts that hold this pump on. There we go. I just saw the belt come loose. Pop the belt off, and then since this one has two belts, we don't have to change nothing. Just no more. Pretty easy.
Get rid of all those lines and hoses and reservoir.
Yeah, the reservoir is going bye-bye too. Like I said earlier, you know what? There's only two flammable fluids on this car: gas and hydraulic fluid. Yeah, this is getting going. Anyways, I'm just disconnecting this stuff. Okay. I'm not worried about these. I can use them anymore. Hold it.
You got it? I'm not that tall, man.
Okay, let's put this back. Ooh, it's gonna make a mess for the last time. Man, I got a little screw down there. I'm gonna have to go from underneath, grab that in the bracket. Give me a second. Let me grab everything real quick. Oh, there we go. Go. Okay. So yeah, this is probably gonna be a pain in the butt. Well, I'm gonna start working on this and just start disconnecting all the bolts, and it'll come out eventually. Okay, so it's all disconnected. Just gotta wiggle this thing out. Yeah, there's a lot of different places where it's tied up.
Ooh, there it goes.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Okay, here. Move out of the way real quick, Tim. It's caught. It's caught on this line over here.
Sweet.
Wow,
Bye.
Ninja.
Bye.
Bye.
Let's see that.
Bye bye.
Hate these things.
Wow, Tim, look at this. Now we got a big
Look at-
void.
I got less things here. Looks so much cleaner.
Oh, actually, here. I can pull that bracket off too.
Yeah, we don't need this crap.
No. This bracket's coming off. And actually, in Japan, I think that some of these come with electric power steering with the D17 or D15. They also have. So, okay. While I'm thinking about it, let's pop off this bracket real quick. Just break her loose and then hit it with the impact. Ooh, that one is not quite.
Put some of that muscle in there, man. There you go.
It's all good. There we go. Some more garbage. Okay. Look at all this extra space we got. Ooh, got one more.
Another bracket. Wow.
No more reservoir. Done. Okay, so now I have to pull the steering arms off this. I have to pull these off and put them on the other rack, and then the alignment will stay pretty close, and then we'll throw the rack in. So
Sweet.
keep watching. We're gonna keep working. Yeah, I got the electric power steering rack in. You can kind of see the motor sticking up there. That was kind of a pain. Normally I do these on cars that have K-series motors, so the motor's on the other side. Whatever. So, yeah, we got that in. So now I'm just gonna throw the clutch, put the tranny back in, and after that's all set, then we'll wire up the EPS. Yeah, I went to my local clutch guy. He resurfaced the flywheel for me. And then here's our $52 eBay clutch. They're rated to, I don't know, I think like 250 foot-pounds of torque. Kind of seems like a lot. I'm not really sure it's going to be able to do that, but we're going to beat it up. We're going to see how far this gets us, because this is the eBay EM2, and we're just going to start it off on the cheap. And if it breaks, well, then we'll put something a little nicer. So I'm gonna throw this in, and we're gonna get this car buttoned up. Okay.
That looks beautiful on that red.
So. Little baby single cam, but we're gonna abuse it.
Nice. All right, we're about to put the clutch in right now, and
Yeah. So what I always do. Oh, here, I can wipe this off real quick. Got my nasty fingerprints all over it. Okay, so what I normally do, I take the alignment tool, hang the clutch disc, it'll hold it up there. And then gotta line up the alignment dials. I mean, it only goes on one way, so you got 3 chances. There we go. Okay. Throw a couple bolts in here so it'll stay. And I can just hit it with my little impact. Okay, I think I got my. Where's my? Here it is. Okay. Make sure the alignment tool's in. It'll make it a lot easier to line up that trim. Okay. 6 bolts and then we're good. Ooh, missing one. It's a good thing I counted. Okay. Ready to stab the tranny back in. I'm gonna need your help, Tim.
all right. Time to put this bad boy back in.
Get under there and help me bench this thing. Okay, now get under. Yep. Slide a little bit. I got it.
Okay.
Wait. Careful with my fingers. Oh, wait. The shifter. Here, hold. Hey, put the shifter towards the driver's side.
Okay.
No. There, that's what I wanted. Oh, no. You're pushing too high. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay. Hold it there for a second. Close your eyes. Okay. Let go. Easy. It's nice when you have a helper.
30 seconds. We're good.
Yeah, we kind of. It was a little crooked. We were kind of fighting it a little bit. But nah, no problem. Now I just gotta
put this thing together.
Oh yeah, this thing is in like flame. Yeah, with the alignment tool, it helps out a lot. Oh, there goes my battery. Go. Yeah, this thing's all the way in, Tim. Okay, so come over here, Tim. So yeah, we got the tranny in, the subframe, the axles, the knuckles. We got the control arms with the fresh bushings. So now I have to put some tranny fluid. I always buy the tranny fluid from Honda because it's very, very good fluid. They reformulated in 2006 and they went to like a synthetic, I think. So, because I remember when I worked at Honda, people were complaining about the brand new SIs. They'd be notchy when they're cold. Same thing with RSXs. So Honda came out with the new fluid and it took care of that. So what I like to do, right here, Tim, is I like to take out the reverse switch, right here, and then that's where I like to fill the tranny. Because these trannies, they always take 2 quarts. So, I mean, you could take the fill plug off, but I just don't think it's necessary. So, some nice fresh oil. So, this thing will shook nice and smooth. So I like this fluid. It's kind of like a peach color. But yeah. So after I fill the tranny, we'll be all set. And I'm gonna go grab the EPS control module and the wiring harness, and I just have to modify the harness and get it inside the car and run like a 8-gauge wire to the battery with a 60 amp fuse. And just 3 wires to the computer from the control module, just an ignition source, a speed, and an RPM, and the EPS will work. So, there we go. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, so this is the control module for electric power steering. You have the 2 large gauge wires. One goes to the motor, one goes to power and ground, and then you have the one that goes to all the other stuff. So this side plugs into EPS, has a little grommet. We can't use this anymore because, yeah, there's no grommet in the firewall. So what I have to do is I'm gonna have to cut this down. I'm gonna have to separate these wires, take this off, and then just rewrap it, and then we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna work on this, and I'll let you know in a minute when it's ready to go, and I'll show you how I normally put it in the car. Okay, so I gotta get this harness through the engine bay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the engine harness back, and I'm just gonna run it in there with the engine harness. So I gotta get this little rubber piece off. There we go. Okay. Where's my knife? So, just gonna cut a little notch. And then just take this harness and I'm gonna shove this through here. There we go. Not quite, it was catching. There we go. Okay. And this one right here. Yeah, it's kind of tricky. There we go. Okay, and then I'm just gonna have to reach back there and just find that. Then I'm gonna run this thing back here behind everything. Oh,
a little tight.
Yeah, it's very tight. Okay, there we go. Okay. Oops. Yep. Easy. Just throw a couple zip ties on here. Yeah, zip ties are your best friend when you're doing aftermarket stuff. So, I'm gonna throw a couple right here, just so it's not touching the rack when it's cycling. Where's the other one? Go. There we go. So, what do you think, Tim? Looks pretty clean?
Very clean.
Oh. So I'm just gonna go in there and pull everything nice and tight and get it all hooked up. All right, Tim. So now I gotta get this wiring harness to come through. Just move some of this stuff out of the way. Yeah, because this is the harness that comes through.
It's ECU right there.
Yeah. I don't know, it's like way over there. Okay, can you pull that connector down?
Yes.
Good. Can you feel the second one yet?
I see it. I think I see it. Hold on.
You found the blue one with the fat wires, right? Yeah. Yeah, pull it down, and there's another one, a black one with a bunch of skinny wires.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
Got it?
Almost.
Perfect.
Yep, here it comes. There goes the rest of them.
Perfect. Okay, now, I want you to...
There we go.
Give me a
Woof.
second.
Got all of it.
And double perfect. Look.
What's so perfect? Oh, that's
This
even more perfect.
This is the wiring that I'm gonna have to wire mostly to the E, because like this one right here is the tack,
Yeah.
and then this one right here, the yellow and black, this is for the ignition. And then I think we got the speed. I think it's a solid green. I have to double check. So yeah, give me a minute. I'm gonna get this wired up. Yeah. Like I said, I just have to hook up these 3 wires and I'll be good. Okay. So, it's pretty simple. We have the 2 blue wires. Okay. The solid blue is for the tack. The blue with the white stripe is for the speed. And then we have solid yellow. That is for the ignition. So it tells the EPS unit that the ignition is turned on. So let's turn on. Some people don't like to use butt connectors. Butt connectors work just fine as long as you use them correctly. Go for the ignition. Yeah,
I do not recommend using T-taps. They might be quicker, but they're very unreliable. So I'll just strip the wire down and just use a butt connector. See? Okay. Simple. We've got 2 more to go, and then all we got to do is ground the control module, run a power wire, and we're good for today. And then we'll go take the car for a spin, because I haven't been able to really drive this car yet because the clutch was slipping so bad I couldn't give it any gas. So it'll be nice that I got that little stage 1 clutch in there. Get some good grip, spin those tires easy. There we go. All wired up, Tim.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
Just need some power to it, and we'll be good for the most part.
Yeah. Okay. These are the wires. I mean, you can wire them up if you like, but it's not necessary. Okay. This is done. Now, right here, I'm gonna pull the carpet back, and the controller. Let's see, this is for the motor. I think it goes. Let's see, it's keyed. You can only do it one way. Okay. Is it? Oh, I was doing it backwards. Was I? Yeah, I was doing it backwards. Okay. And this is where we gotta wire up our power. So, I'm just gonna tuck this baby up here, out of the way. Okay. Now, there's a little bracket back there. I'm just gonna go get a nut and a bolt, ground it, and then we just have to run the power wire. Easy. I just gotta strip this.
What's that for?
This is the power wire, but it has a quick disconnect, so you can disconnect it. I don't know. Figure I'll reuse it. Just a butt connector. This might be a little small. I don't know. I think it'll work. Oh no, it's too long. Here, let me trim a little bit off. Wire's a little too thick. I just got to connect all this crap together. Okay. Leave this connected right now. Okay. Put this little plastic cover back in that we had to take out.
Wait, where's the EPS system?
I put it under the carpet.
Let me take a look.
Yeah, it's under there somewhere.
Hiding.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay then. Alright. Ready to test it out?
Yeah. The clutch feels nice. Woo! Super smooth. Look at that. One little pinky.
I could already hear that extra 7 horsepower.
Yeah, screw it. Yeah, the clutch actually works now, Tim.
Nice.
Careful of the hobo.
Ooh, I can smell tire.
It's running good now. Before, that thing didn't work for nothing.
How do you feel about this $50 eBay clutch that we purchased?
Feels pretty solid.
For 50 bucks? Was it worth it?
Oh, for sure.
Sweet.
Okay. Well, this car's all set. Electric power steering. New clutch. Car's running good. Oh, and I put the lower control arm bushings. That helped out a lot. So stay tuned for the next video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.
What you doing with that, Red?
This is what I do with hydraulic power steering.
Where are you going?
Going to the dumpster.
Oh, shoot. Dang.
Bye, Felicia.